Here's a little tech tip for you for today. Working on a 2010 Chevy Camaro. It's mine. Oil pressure was reading a little bit low. So that tells me that the oil pressure sensor sending unit, or the switch, is bad. That's what the code said. That's what it pulled up as. So I'm going to change that today. The problem is you have to pull off all of this stuff to get to it because it's in the back on the valley pan. Now, I found a way to do it without having to pull all that off, and you basically save yourself 4 hours. This took me literally 5 minutes to do it. I'll show you how. You need 1 1/16" socket. Doesn't matter what the hell the drive size is. But you need one of these swivel sockets. Put that on the end. First thing you want to do is shove that down in there, just like so, until it locks over those threads, or over the nut portion. Once it's down in there like this, you want to swivel this so you can get to it. This is where you're going to need a second swivel to angle that so you can get your extension on there. So from there, we'll lock that in place. Then you're going to need, an extension or 2 extensions or whatever you have lying around to get to that. That'll extend your ratchet so you can actually turn it. And then just put your ratchet on the end, put a little bit of pressure to it, and that'll loosen that right up. And then you can pull all your sockets off and just loosen it by hand and pull it out. Literally took me 5 minutes to do it, and it's much easier than spending 4 hours removing all that crap. So it's so far back in here I can't even show you, but I'm going to go ahead and install the new sensor. So it's back behind here, and you just got to kind of feel around for it. The putting it back in there is going to be the biggest pain in the ass part, because you got to make sure that the threads line up and everything. All right, so I'm on the hole right now. Just simply have to thread it in by hand. And then I'll get my sockets back on there. Of course, I got it in 2 seconds once the camera was turned off. So what you do is install the socket first, and you put one extension on, then the other, and then now we can put our straight extensions on top of that. And then proceed to tighten down. Now that I'm completely blind with installing this sensor, I'm going to go ahead and try to feel around for about 37 years to put this back together. Oh, right there. Boom. Very simple. Do yourself a favor. Don't waste your time pulling off everything you can get to everything. It's a pain if you have larger hands. Luckily, I have small, girly hands, so I can go ahead and get in there to take that all apart. But don't waste your time taking off this entire intake assembly. It's going to take you forever. You're probably going to lose stuff if you haven't done it before. It's not worth it. For the struggling that I had with extensions in 90s, it's way more worth it to do that. So hopefully that helped you guys with your Camaros. If you have the same problem or any 6.2 engine, I know in the trucks it's a little bit easier to get to it, but yeah, it's really not a hard job. Save yourself some time and money.